Public school, private school, or homeschool? That's exactly what we're going to talk about today. If you want to venture out of this video, please like, subscribe, comment, and share. The average American kid will spend about 13,000 hours before they graduate high school. So here's the question that nobody wants to answer. Who should be raising the child or educating the child? You, the government, private institution? Today I'm going to break down public school versus private school and homeschooling. School used to be about reading, writing, and math, but today it's about values, identity, politics, and of course, power. US spends more per student than almost every single country in the globe, yet ranks the lowest in math and reading amongst all developed countries. If money solved the education problem, then what? The US would have been number one. But unfortunately, it's not. Schools are government-run systems, funded by taxes and controlled by school boards, also influenced by politics, unions, and what? Federal standards. Let's look at the pros. There's free education for 90+% of the students, special education, ESL, counseling, sports, transportation, free food, exposure to diversity like economic, culture, ideology, very large peer groups, social groups, fixed schedules, standardized curriculums, and what? Credentialed teachers. But does all of that constitute to the better education system that we all want for our kids? Is public education the same today as it was 20, 30 years ago? That's the question a lot of us are asking as parents. Let's look at the cons. The system is built as one size fits for all, but every single child is different. Average class sizes are anywhere between 25 to 30 students. Some schools maybe even more. Teaching to the class as a whole, not to the individual. Every child is not the same. And then what else? Bureaucracy, politics. Curriculum now reflects cultural battles, not just academics anymore. Parents often find out after policies are implemented in the schools. Let me give you another example. Performance gaps. Outcomes vary widely by zip codes. In public school, your child's education often depends more on their address than on their potential. It depends where you live and how smart your child is. It depends if you come from a good socioeconomic background or a poor one. This is the sad reality about public education. Now let's take a look at private schools. Private schools are just like a business. They operate under market forces. Parents choose, schools compete, and what? Poor performance equals loss of enrollment. Just like if you do poor in your business, you're not going to have any customers. There's a bunch of STEM programs, science, technology, engineering, and math. Smaller class sizes, anywhere between 10 and 15 students. More individual attention per child, which is critical. Let me give you another pro, curriculum control. Also, there are some classical educations as well. Religious or value-based options are another very important factor. Another important pro, higher academic outcomes, on average, of course. Higher college acceptance rates, and also a very strong alumni network. And people in alumni networks, they're going to use that connection. There's a very strong bond between people who go to the same school, private school, colleges, higher education, and guess what? People with stronger ties to stronger alumni networks, they have better chances, better opportunities for a better job and higher pay. Here are the cons, cost, of course, being one of them, right? Average tuition for a regular private school is anywhere between $12,000 and $30,000. Elite schools, you can pay in the $50,000, $60,000, sometimes in the $100,000 range. Another con, socioeconomic filtering. What does that mean? Your child is going to spend their time every single day with people from same backgrounds, from same socioeconomic comings, same type of families, same type of mindsets, in a way that can be good, but sometimes it can also be bad, because you want your child to always see the good, the bad, and the ugly. And the more personalities you know, and the more people you understand, the better outcome you will have in your job, in your business, and in your career in general. Now let's take a look at homeschooling. It's a custom education system. Learn at every single child's pace, focuses on strengths, fixes weaknesses very fast. Homeschool students often score 15 to 30% higher on standardized tests. I don't know if you knew that. Strong reading comprehension and critical thinking, which is imperative. But look at the cons. Parental burden. Number one, it's very time sensitive, requires planning, discipline, and what structure, which kids lack today. Socialization risk, another massive con, depends entirely on the parents. And number three, not scalable for most families. Dual income households struggle. It requires at least one highly involved adult. And what do we have today more than anything else? dual income households. Both parents are working. The mom is working, the dad is working. So it gives less time for the parent to spend with their child. As much as we want to spend all the time in the world with our kids, it's simply impossible in today's day and age. There's no perfect system. There's only the system that works for your child. And every single child is different. It depends on your values, and simply it depends on your reality. You know, the worst choice isn't public, private, or homeschool. The worst choice is not paying attention at all to what your kid is learning in school. The big question is, who gets to shape the next generation? Everybody wants to know that. Every classroom teaches more than math. You know what it teaches? It teaches obedience, curiosity, dependence, or independence, sometimes conformity or courage. That's what it teaches. That's what you have to concentrate on. The real danger isn't that the system fails. The real danger is when parents stop asking questions because they're too busy or too comfortable or too tired. And no matter where your child goes to school, the most important education they will ever receive is from your home. If you want to venture out of this video, please like, subscribe, comment, and share.